All right, now let's jump into Cinemacon. Like we've been teasing, oh my goodness, this has been the biggest week of 2023. Disney took the stage and shared a ton of new details, clips, and trailers for its upcoming films, including Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, Elemental, Wish, The Little Mermaid, A Haunting in Venice, and many more. So let's get into all of these juicy details. I mean, let's start off with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because that is the next Marvel installation that's coming out. They debuted an exclusive clip from the upcoming film. The clip was focused on our heroes and their colorful spacesuits, and it was an extended version of the one we've seen before, we shall say. The scene is set to music by the 90s band Space Hog, and it finds our beloved Guardians making a jump through space wearing colorful suits, eventually landing on what looks like some sort of living space creature or asteroid. You never know with James Gunn. Now, Peter Quill, of course, James Pratt, takes this moment to speak to Gamora about the shared past that she does not remember. Now, Quill attempts to connect with her, but is quickly interrupted when other Guardians reveal they can hear their apparently private conversations on the comm systems. Of course, classic Guardians comedy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 once again hails from Gunn, of course, like we've said, who became an A-list filmmaker back in 2014, thanks to the first Guardians, of course, and now is the co-head of DC Studios. Ironically, he was unable to attend the DC portion of the CinemaCon event because of his duties contractually obligated to Guardians of the Galaxies. It's so funny, man.
Oh yeah, and people are pissed about that. It's like, duh, he's got to do what he's got to do.
He doesn't want to get sued. Disney is already fucking suing everybody. Come on now.
The studio also shared the trailer for The Marvels, though the trailer has been previously released. Brie Larson stars in The Marvels, of course, the sequel to the 2019 $1 billion grosser Captain Marvel. This time around, she is joined by Miss Marvel's Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan and WandaVision's Tanoa Paris, who plays Monica Rambeau, who, of course, with a child version of that character appeared in Captain Marvel. Now, in The Marvels, its three heroes are connected in an inconvenient way. When one of them uses their powers, they switch places, which makes fighting rather difficult.
Yeah.
Nia DaCosta, known for Candyman, is at the helm of this one, and it arrives in theaters on November 10th.
Very interesting. Very, very. We didn't get a chance to talk about the trailer, but it is. It looks good. It looks fun, but it doesn't look like the drama that we need. I mean, they made that. In my opinion, we talked about it a little bit. They made that dramatic switch between mostly drama and some comedy to a lot of comedy and a little bit of drama. So, I mean, you got to balance that out.
I agree, and I hope they switch back because I think this too much comedy is not working.
I think it's causing the fatigue, man. I really do.
I do.
Well, now heading over to Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, and it's almost here. The Disney brought brand new live action packed clip to CinemaCon to help with the wait feature. Indy and Phoebe Waller-Bridges, Helena chasing Mads Mikkelsen's Jorg Voller by car. The clip saw our heroes running and diving through the streets of Tangers, and we get some lovely and entertaining banter between Indy and Helena. Now, throughout this process, Helena provides or proves that she is just as much of a force to be reckoned with as Indy, and Indy can't help but yell as she performs one dangerous stunt after another. Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny will be released in theaters June 30th of 2023. That's right around the corner, man.
Oh, heck yeah. And Harrison Ford has confirmed, undoubtedly so, this is it for Indiana Jones. This is it. It is not going forward. So there you go. Steven Spielberg also signed off on it, approval. He said it's a great film and he loves it. So there you go.
Awesome.
Hey, when you wish upon a star. Have you heard that song? Do you know that star? Well, guess what? Disney released the first trailer for Wish. And if you ever have wondered how the wishing star, the one that so many Disney characters do wish upon, came to be, well, the Magic Kingdom attempts to explain that eternal question in its newest animated musical, Wish. West Side Story Oscar winner Ariana DeBose voices the main character, Asha, who, along with her helpful goat named Valentino, finds out one day that their wishes can literally come true. The film is set in the fantastical kingdom of Rosas, which is ruled over by a king voiced by Chris Pine. Disney, once the golden standard of animation, has recently struggled to score at the box office with its animated offerings. Encanto, which was released earlier in the pandemic, was a modest hit given the circumstances, but other releases like Lightyear and Strange World massively flopped in the theaters and lost money for the studio. So Disney needs Wish to connect with the kids and their parents when this film debuts, and that's in November 22nd. So
man, they really do. They're really reaching too, because like you just said, a lot of Pixar and Disney animated films have not been going over really well. They're banking on Wish, and they're also banking on Elemental as well. Now, Disney revealed a 20-minute extended look at the beginning of Pixar's Elemental, of the upcoming film, that looks to explore the perceived differences between fire, water, and an air residents in Element City, and how all have much more in common than they actually believe. The clip introduces us to Ember, played by Leah Lewis, as a baby, and the moment when her parents, Bernie and Cinder, arrive at Element City. We are shown snippets of Ember's life and learn she has a quick temper and has an attitude of elements don't mix. Her family owns a shop in town, and she is shown helping run it at times and getting angry when customers kind of suck. We understand that. On one particular day, her anger gets the best of her, and she causes a flood in the store's basement. This leads to Ember meeting Wade, the water resident, who is also a city inspector, that is going to give her a ticket for the shop's piping not being up to code. Now, the clip ends with Ember chasing Wade through Element City as he tries to get her violation back to City Hall. Element will be released in theaters on June 16th of 2023.
I'm excited for that one. All the clips I've seen from it in the trailer, it looks cute.
It does look cute.
I think that's going to be one of those Pixar films that rebounds and does well. I'm hoping anyway. I really think this one is going to do well. It's an actual live action remake of an animated film, which seemed to be doing well for them. I'm of course talking about The Little Mermaid, and star Melissa McCarthy made waves at Cinemacon as part of Disney's presentation. McCarthy, who plays, of course, the villainous Ursula, brought the song Poor Unfortunate Souls from the feature, showing off a singing voice, apparently, that not generally heard from the comic actor. The scene was so well received in the room, with theater owners giving it a big applause. The scene also provided glimpses of Flounder, who's voiced by Jacob Tremblay, and Sebastian, voiced by David Diggs. Halle Berry, of course, stars as Ariel in the live-action remake of the 1989 animated classic. Other stars in this film are going to include Javier Bardem, Awkwafina, and Jonah Hauer-King. Rob Marshall directs The Little Mermaid, with Oscar winner Alan Menken returning to update his score and to write a new song that has lyrics from Lin-Manuel Miranda. The feature will also include, apparently, 4 new songs as well. So,
that's really exciting. Yeah, they're really pushing that one hardcore. So I'm excited for that one. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Well, Disney has opened up the door to Justin Simeon's directed film Haunted Mansion, offering a deeper peek inside the movie 3 months ahead of its July 28th release. Disney head of theatrical distribution, Tony Chambers, introduced the footage. Haunted Mansion follows Rosario Dawson's Gabby, a single mother and a new owner of a very haunted mansion, as she teams up with ragtag group to help her and her 9-year-old son, Travis, stave off the home's spooky inhabitants in New Orleans. Now, the scene at Cinemacon, attendees saw featured Dawson, Dillon, Wilson, Stanfield, and Haddish. Remember, Tiffany Haddish is in this thing too, investigating the house and trying to locate a hidden room. Now, Stanfield's character discovers a door disguised as a painting, and the crew enters an underground lair. They soon to discover that used to be for seances. Oh, shit. Now, the clip also features some of those cameos, including a quick peek at Levy's character, who appears with a thin mustache and former wear. Now, Curtis appears with her head in a crystal ball, and Majaji pops up working in a police department opposite of DeVito and Stanfield as he produces a sketch of the spooky subject. I'm pretty hopeful for this one as well. I think with these reboots, I guess you can really call them. They're taking their time. Before, I felt like they were trying to rush things out, but now I feel like they're kind of taking their time because they see how beforehand they weren't received very well. So I'm excited for that one as well.
Yeah, me too. And I mean, come on, a haunted mansion in New Orleans, it totally makes sense. It's a great cast. It should be a winner. Speaking of hauntings, A Haunting in Venice, which is an adaptation of a classic Agatha Christie novel called Halloween Party, received its first trailer also. Kenneth Branagh once again plays famed detective Hercule Poirot, and the film, which is set in a post-World War II Venice on All Hallows Eve. And it sees Poirot attending a seance at a decaying haunted palazzo. Shortly thereafter, a guest is murdered, and Poirot must do what he does best and figure out what is really going on. A Haunting in Venice will be released in theaters on September 15th and stars Kyle Allen, Camille Cotton, Jamie Dornan, Tina Fey, Jude Hill, Ali Khan, Emma Laird, Kelly Riley, yes, Yellowstone Kelly Riley, Ricardo Scamardo, and Michelle Yeoh. That's going to bring everybody right there. All you had to say was Michelle Yeoh.
That's it. That's very exciting, man. That's very exciting. Well, The Creator, which is a new film from the Rogue One and Godzilla, Gareth Edwards, was given an executive first look, and it looks to tell a story set in the far future where humans and AI robots are at war with each other, something we've been trying to prevent in real life for a while. John David Washington stars in this film, and it looks to be potentially be caring about, for a child android. And the footage shows them talking about heaven and whether the child could even go because he's not a human. The Creator, which also stars Eternal's Gemma Chan, will open in theaters on September 29th of 2023. I mean, honestly, anything with John David Washington in it, I'm going to watch. So that's very exciting. But this is a very interesting premise. I wonder, what's the audience? What type of audience are you looking for with this film? So that'll be interesting in the marketing in this upcoming months.
It kind of sounds like iRobot a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like where Sonny was kind of friendly, but he was trying to do what he thought was right kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Except this one's more child geared, I guess. So maybe that's the audience. I mean, that one did pretty well. So if you can find that audience again, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Next Goal, Taika Waititi's film about the American Samoa soccer team that is known for its 31-0 FIFA loss in 2001, was also given a new trailer at Cinemacon. In the film, Michael Fassbender's Thomas Rongen is hired as the World Cup qualifiers approach to help turn this team into winners. Next Goal will be released in theaters November 17th, so get ready for that one.
That's really exciting.